So, hello everyone. I'm pretty sure you guys already know what the deal is at this point. Um, for those of you who are returning viewers, but for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. I'm so glad that you decided to come and watch. I hope you enjoy this video, but today's video is not going to be really anything too much. If you're a returning viewer, you know that for the past 3 weeks I've been reading The Artist Way. I love this book. I love this book. This book has been changing my life in so many ways, and I didn't expect it to work because I don't know, like me a couple of weeks ago would have thought, like, how could a book change your life? Like, it's literally just a book. Like don't you have the power to do that? Don't God have the power to do that? So it's like, yeah, it was crazy to believe that in the past like 3 weeks, but I'm only 3 weeks in, and so many things have been happening to me. And I just want to get right into that. But first, I'm going to get into week three, how week three was for me, and then I'm going to tell you guys all the things that have been changing for me. Week three wasn't that bad. Like, I kind of feel like it wasn't bad as week two. Week two, I was very tired. I was just going through the motions, but I honestly feel like maybe was a, um, like a result of my period coming on, because my period just came on like 2 days ago. So I think I was just PMSing. Like, I was tired, I was irritable, I like felt like I didn't want to be doing anything, I didn't want to get out of bed, like I just felt like depressed. But I think that I was just PMSing. But yeah, but also week two for me was hard because it was hard for me in my creative journey as well, because I was going through so many changes and seeing so many things were being brought to light, and I didn't know how to like deal with those things and how to handle those things. And I feel like as I'm like going further along in my journey, more things are being revealed to me, and like more things are just being like complicated, but also things are being becoming easier for me, and I'm, you know, feel like I'm a step closer to chasing my dreams. So, yeah, so I just want to go back to week three because right now I'm in week four. I kind of, not kind of, I did start this video pretty late, because if you watch the first video of week one, I said that I was going to make a video every Sunday, but I didn't make a video this Sunday because I don't know what happened. Oh, I know what happened this Sunday, and I'll get into that too. But I just didn't feel like making a video, so I didn't make the video, and I felt really, really bad. Had a lot of shame about it, which is so crazy because week three talked about shame. But I had a lot of shame about it, and so I just like started slacking. Like, that shame turned into guilt, and then that guilt turned into like self pity and like self like negativity. I started to talk down on myself and like feel discouraged and stuff like that. And so, yeah, I didn't shoot the video on Sunday, but today's Tuesday, and I'm doing it today on Tuesday. I didn't do it yesterday either because I felt the same as I did Sunday, but I told myself that, like, you just got to get up and do it. And yeah, yeah, I don't know what's been going on with me, but yeah. So, but hey, they say you have to go crazy in order for you to get to the other side, and I feel like I'm going crazy, so that's a good, right? That's a good sign. So, in week three, Julia. Oh, for those of you who are wondering why I'm sitting here and not near my bed is because I wanted to like change the scenery today. Start doing that, showing you guys a different side of me. Because I feel like I've been growing, so I kind of want it to be shown in a way, if that makes any sense. I don't know if I'm trying to say, but I just wanted to do something different is what I'm trying to say. And so I actually like did a little bit of my makeup. I got dressed a little bit, put on something cute, something that I would wear. Yeah, because I'm trying to like, I just wanted to show up as the person who I see myself as in the future today. And so yeah. But yeah, back to week 3. So week 3, Um, week 3. Okay, so week 3 was recovering a sense of power. It says this week may find you dealing with unaccustomed bursts of energy and sharp peaks of anger, joy, and grief. You are coming into your power as the illusory void of your previously accepted limits is shaken. You will be asked to consciously experiment with spiritual open mindedness. So this week, Julia talked about anger, synchronicities, and I believe she talked about shame, and she talked about something else. Oh, dealing with criticism, detective work, and exercise. She talked about growth, and yeah. So some things that resonated with me this week was when she talked about anger, and she talked about shame and synchronicity. A lot of things actually resonated with me this week, and she talked about growth as well. And when it comes to anger, she was basically saying in that little passage that we should listen to our anger. Like, anger is not a bad thing. How we react to it, our response to anger is what matters the most. But anger is not a bad emotion to feel. Like, anger is actually it's very, very powerful. It's a way for us to understand ourselves more, to understand what our limits are, to understand the things that we wish we could do better, or it's basically an emotion that helps us understand ourselves more. For example, like when I have a problem with overeating. I have a problem with eating out. I have a problem with spending money on DoorDash. Like, I excessively spend money on DoorDash. Like, my bank account is in the negatives because of DoorDash currently right now. And I just want to be fully transparent as possible right now. And I got to a point last week where I just was so angry with myself. Like, I just felt so, all these emotions, just like I just felt like I wanted to just like, I was so mad and angry at myself for repeating the same thing over and over again, even though I want better for myself. It's like, why do you keep doing these things if this is not what you want? You don't want this. You want your dream body. You want your dream, like, you want clear skin. You like going to the gym. You like eating healthy. So why are you doing these things? Like, and it just made me so angry because I've done it before. Like, I've done all the things that I've wanted to do before, but why am I not able to do them now? And it just pissed me off. But that anger led me to like ask myself those questions and to like think deeper. And I came up with the answer that like, I truly must not really love myself. I truly must not want the life that I want to live, because I know the steps that I gotta take to get there, but I'm not taking them. Why don't you love yourself? Ask that question. And then I started to deep dive deeper into that, and so forth and so what. But yeah, that's basically what she was saying about anger. And then she also said something about synchronicities, how we, oh my god, let me read it actually. She said, um, she said, answered prayers are scary. They imply responsibility. You asked for it. Now that you've got it, what are you going to do? Why else the cautionary phase? What are you going to do? Why else the cautionary phase? Watch out for what you pray for. You just might get it. Answer prayers, deliver us back to our own hand. This is not comfortable. We find it easier to accept them as examples of synchronicity. But yeah, she basically talks in that paragraph, in that passage, about how it's hard. It's kind of like, it's scary when we ask for something and we get a sign. It's like, it's scary because it's like, now that you've gotten that sign, now you have to take that and do something about it. Now the work is in your favor. I meant the work is in your hands. Like, what are you going to do about this? Like, and that kind of reminded me of this quote I read one time, and it was like, God doesn't God doesn't give you wisdom. God doesn't give you integrity. God gives you chances to have wisdom, chances to have integrity. Like, God is not walking around just giving people things. No. What God has given us is life. He has given us life experiences to help us get to the person that we want to get to. God is not walking around throwing people giving people wisdom cards. Like, no, God is not doing that. God is putting us in situations where we feel foolish enough to want to be wiser. Like, that's what that is. And that's kind of what it is when you ask God for something. Like, God is not going to give you exactly what you want. God is going to give you a hint that this is what He wants for you and that you should do this. And so now do it. Like, for example, in week 1, when I was saying that I went to an interview at this hair salon, and I was afraid that maybe I wasn't really doing what I should have been doing, quote unquote. And I wasn't making smart decisions. And when I left the interview and I was thinking all these things in my head, someone literally tapped me on my shoulder and asked me about my hair. Like, what are the odds of that? Like, that's a sign of like synchronicity. That's God reaffirming you, telling you that, oh, hey, you're on the right path. Go for it. Do it. And she also says, I should have underlined this stuff. I should have underlined this stuff. That question of expectations interests me. If there's no God, or if that God is just interested in our puny little affairs, then everything can roll along as always, and we can feel quite justified in declaring certain things impossible, other things unfair. If God or the lack of God is responsible for the state of the world, then we can easily wax cynical and resign ourselves to apathy. What's the use? Why try changing anything? This is the use. If there is a responsive creative force that does hear us and act on our belief, then we may really be able to do some things. There was this other paragraph that says, life is what we make of it, whether we conceive of an inner God force or an outer God doesn't matter. Relying on that force does. Ask and you shall receive. Knock and it shall be open to you. These words are among the more unpleasant ones ascribed to Jesus Christ. They suggest the possibility of scientific method. Ask, experiment, see what happens, record the results. It is any wonder we discount answered prayers. We call it coincidence. We call it luck. We call it anything but what it is, the hand of God. Or good, activated by our own hand, when we act in behalf of our truest dreams, when we commit to our own soul. Even the most timid life contains such moments of commitment. I would get a new love seat after all, and then I found the perfect one. It was the strangest thing. I was at my aunt Bernice's, and her neighbor was having a garage sale, and she has this beautiful love seat her new husband was allergic to. See, that's an example of synchronicities as well. Like, synchronicity is another way of saying um, um, like receiving an affirmation from God. Okay, so I should be doing this. Okay, cool. So I'm okay. Thank you. And no, it's not coincidence. No, it's not luck. It's exactly what you think it is. It's an affirmation from God. Okay. So in this chapter, she also talks about shame, how a lot of people are, it's hard for them to create art because they are so shameful. When the best art to me comes from those like shameful secrets, or like those life experiences that you don't, those life experiences that like ruined you, that you don't want nobody to know about. And she says, it says, making a piece of art may feel a lot like telling a family secret. Secret telling, by its very nature, involves shame and fear. It asks the question, what will they think of me once they know this? This is a frightening question, particularly if we have ever been made to feel ashamed for our curiosities and explorations, social, sexual, spiritual. How dare you? Angry adults often rage at innocent, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so she basically in this chapter talks about how, well, I'm just going to reference my family, for example. So I have a very secretive family. Imagine like going your whole life having this secret, and this secret makes you feel like so bad about yourself because people told you that you should feel bad about that. Like that brings a lot of like insecurity issues and like low self-esteem within a person. And I have a family where like a lot of things are secretive, where they think a lot of things shouldn't be told, or like, why would you say that? Like, for example, a couple of years ago, I was living with my cousin, and I was living in her living room. I was sleeping in her living room because I felt like I wasn't in a healthy environment. Like I wasn't in an emotionally stable environment, an environment for me to thrive in. And so I would have rathered sleep in a living room than be at home. And instead of me being asked, well, why do you feel this way? Like, what's wrong? I was shamed for living and sleeping in a living room. And it was something that was spread it across my entire family. And like, that was the main focus of the situation, and not, well, what's wrong with Sequoia? Why does she feel this way? I wanted to sit near my favorite spot in my room. This is my favorite spot in my room. This is my book collection. I have books. I have a record player down here, which you guys can't see. And then, and I have like my mannequin. As you guys know, I've been practicing doing hair and stuff like that. This is the latest style that I practice. I have my sketchbook. I usually keep my journal and the artist way up here too, so I can just, when I wake up in the morning, grab it, go lay down in my bed, write, and what so forth and whatnot. And then behind this, I have this picture that kind of looks like a painting, but like it looks like a picture of a painting, and it says less suppression, more expression. And then on the top of it, it's a bunch of pictures of like my friends and family. And I love this part of my room so much because I just feel like it speaks, it just is just me. Like I feel like all of my interests, like music, I love to read, I love doing hair, I love drawing, I love taking pictures. I usually keep my digital camera right here. I love taking pictures. Yeah, so I love this part of my room, and I think that to deal with shame, a way to deal with shame, or a way that I deal with shame, is through my art. So like I find an artistic, creative way to tell my secrets, and it relieves some stress off of me, and I feel like it'll do the same for you guys. But yeah, that's really what I took away from week 3. I honestly can't wait to read this book over again. I was thinking hopefully I start school in the fall. Fuck. I didn't want to tell you guys like that, but like hopefully I'm going to be starting school in the fall. And if I do start school in the fall, I'm going to be revisiting The Artist Way, and I'm going to be reading it again. And hopefully I like take some different things and I interpret it differently next time around. But yeah, that's just what I interpreted of those three: synchronicity, shame, anger. Of those three things, that's how I interpreted what Julia was saying. But yeah, as far as how my week 3 have been going, my week 3 has been, it was, not has been because I'm on week 4, it was very, very, very downing. Like, very, very downing, very, very downing. Like, a lot of questioning myself, a lot of me feeling insecure, me feeling jealous, a lot of like a lot of emotions I felt. And instead of me like getting up and like sitting through those emotions, I laid in my bed practically mostly all week and I drowned in my emotions. But what I want to get better at is like not doing that, because at the end of the day I'm still going to feel those things. I can't run away from myself. So I think one thing that I really want to get better at is just like still getting up and doing what I have to do no matter how I feel, because when I do that, I do feel better. But yeah, I didn't do that very well this past week, and week 2 I didn't do that either. Like, I've been having a really, really hard time adjusting to all of these new changes. But yeah, as far as like changes, hello, can you hear me? As far as like changes, so many things have changed. Like, so many things have changed, and I'm so happy because, and this is progress for me, because I used to hate change, but I think I like this change because it's change that I want and it's working in my favor. And not I wouldn't say it's really working in my favor, because I don't know what's going on. Like, all of these things that are like happening to me, I don't know if they're the right thing. I just know that God is leading me in this direction, so it must be the right thing if, like, you know, it's happening. And my gut is telling me to trust it. But I don't know, like, before I wasn't really a change kind of girl. Like, I hated change. Like, I really, really hated it. Like, I hated having to like let people go. I hated having to like let certain things go. I hated having to feel like mystery in like that whole thing. Like, I don't know what to do tomorrow, what's gonna happen. Like, I hated that feeling, and now I'm kind of enjoying it. Like, and there are some things that have not changed about me that I would love to change, but I'm scared. Ooh, and I just realized that, like, I haven't changed my eating, and I stopped going to the gym, because if I do that, then my life would feel good. And I'm not used to that. I'm so used to being sad. I'm so used to being depressed. I'm so used to being just like not happy that like I'm doing things to myself so that I wouldn't be fully happy. Like, not eating healthy, not meal prepping, not going to the gym. Like, I took those things away from my life because God was giving me so much that I felt like, hey, I don't deserve that much. Or, hey, that's a little bit too much for me. Let me take it back a couple notches. And that's very, very sad to think about. Like, because I'm worth everything. Like, I'm really worth it all. Like, I am. And it's sad that I keep like doing that to myself and feeling like I don't deserve the best of the best. But yeah, I'm glad I made this video because I just realized that about myself. Like, I didn't understand why I was doing those things, but that's really why, because I'm afraid of being fully happy, which is weird, but whatever. So yeah, changes. I was talking about changes. So I used to didn't like change, and apparently I still don't like change because I'm not allowing God to fully change me yet. falling back into old patterns. But some good changes are I quit my job. I didn't quit my job. I put my 2 weeks in because I hated it there. I was only going for the money, and which I don't even know, like, girl, I wasn't really getting any money anyway. So, like, I wasn't going to work and getting the money anyway. So it didn't make really any sense for me to keep going. I just hated it. I didn't like the job. I just hated it. I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. And I had to get the fuck away. And I felt like I was making the wrong decision by leaving because it was a job that paid really, really well. But it wasn't making me happy. Like, it wasn't stimulating my brain in any type of way. And so I like took it upon myself to just like go and look up some hair salons and apply for some assistant positions so I can like kind of get my foot in the door with that, like with that industry. And 2 interviews, and they both accepted me. And the 2 places that I went to are literally like, when I say the environments are like God is really working in my favor. There was this one shop I went to, and I didn't want to tell, I still don't want to tell anybody about it because it kind of felt too good to be true. Like, when I went in there, like the way that the salon was set up, like the guy who owned the salon, like what the things he was saying to me about like needing a braider, and like it just felt too good to it just felt too good to be true. And then I went to the second place, and I went there, and the owner of that salon is a Black woman, and she understands like artists and creatives. And but not only does she understand that, she understands like professionalism and like that side of the beauty industry. So it's so weird to say like the beauty industry. Like, I'm like doing things to be a part of the beauty industry. Like, what? Like, who am I becoming? Like, what is this? Like, what? But it just makes sense. Everything is starting to make sense. Like, but not really. But it is. But I went to those 2 places. I got an answer back from both of them. The guy said he would hit me up in July, on July 10th, when he came back from vacation. The girl texted me today actually, and said to keep a heads up for a text. And yeah, while I was at that interview, the lady was saying that she thinks that going to cosmetology school is a necessity. And we basically had that whole conversation because I told her that I didn't really feel like it was a necessity, and she was telling me that she felt like it was, and all the reasons why. And in my head, I'm like, well, why not go? Like, you're in debt with Newman. Cosmetology school literally only takes 8 months to complete. Like, you might as well, like, you're not doing anything. Like, it's a chance to learn new things. Like, and then you'll get better at doing the things that you do. So, like, why not? And so I looked up Empire, applied online, got the call, went for a little like interview slash tour. The lady told me that I qualified for FAFSA, financial aid, and I'm going on Thursday to actually get the whole process started and for them to help me with my FAFSA. So, like, that happened, and that was a lot. Like, that was a lot. Like, that was a lot. My clientele has been building. Like, I've had 2 new clients in the past month. 2 new clients. I have a client tomorrow. Well, today, because it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. I have a client today. And yeah. So, like, things have been happening and I'm really excited for me, but I just know that once I really like step into like my full potential, and when I say that I mean like do all the things that I should be doing to that'll benefit me, like eating healthier, going to the gym, going to dance class, like doing all those things, then I know God will be giving me more blessings because he'll realize that I'm taking care of myself and that I really do appreciate his blessings, because I kind of feel like it's a slap in the face to God when he gives you that like that confirmation, that thumbs up to do what you want to do, and he hands you so many opportunities, and then you start falling back on the things that you were already doing good. It's kind of like a slap in the face, like, okay, well, then God starts saying, okay, well, let me start taking some blessings back, or let me pull back on my blessings because you don't really want them for real, you know? And I don't want that. Like, I want to collect all my blessings, Buki. I do. I very much do. But yeah, that was my review on week 3 and how I felt and everything that's been changing. Week 4, honestly, I'm very excited because week 4, I haven't started week 4 and I'm on week 4. Like, we have to get it together, Buki. We really have to get it together. Like, you don't really want it for real. You don't really want it for real. You don't really want it for real. But the title for week 4 is Recovering a Sense of Integrity. And that's something that I need bad. Something that I crave and that I ask God every day for. So I'm going to read that. And the first passage is labeled Honest Changes, which is a gag for me because I'm sitting here dressed nicely, have my makeup on, in a nice setting in my room, but deep down inside, I don't really feel like this. Like, I don't feel like how I look. I don't feel like how I'm talking right now. Like, I feel like shit, and it's because I'm allowing myself to. Yeah. But, yeah, and it says, this week may find you grappling with changing self-definition. The essay, task, and exercises are designed to catapult you into productive introspection and integration of new self-awareness. This may be both very difficult and extremely exciting for you. Warning, do not skip the tool of reading deprivation. I'm really excited for this chapter. I can't believe I'm on week 4. Like, I can't believe I really made it this far. Like, and to think I almost gave up today and yesterday and the day before, it's never going to give that. And I don't care if I skip 5 morning pages one week, which is literally absurd. Because I already skipped 3 last week, I think. But I don't care if I skip 5. I don't care. Oh, I also didn't go on my artist date last week or the week before. Got us to get it together. Got us to get it together. But I don't care if I skip the next 2 artist dates. I'm going to keep trying my best and keep trying and trying. And I'm not going to give up. And I'm going to do I'm going to read this again. Because, yeah, I just feel like, why not? There's never an end to learning more about yourself. There's never an end to your creativity. And I just feel like, who knows? Next time I read this book, bitch, I might be falling into the footsteps of becoming a model, or like someone who works for Vogue, or like a singer. Like, who knows? So, yeah, I'm excited to just see what this whole journey brings me. Yeah, it's June 11th. It's halfway into the year. It's crunch time. I love you guys, and I will see you guys next Sunday.